often people come in at the beginning of a project and they describe to us from anywhere from the back of a napkin to a 100-page spec binder the project they're imagining, and then of course as quick as they can they look at us and say, so how much is this going to cost? And of course, creating a detailed bottom-up estimate is a lot of work, and they actually have to pay us to do that, and they don't want to do that yet until they have a best guess. And so the question is, where will those best guesses come from? Our best guesses come from a database of projects we've done in the past. The beautiful thing about Menlo is because we use these story cards, because we estimate the story cards, because we track our actual hours that we worked on every single story card, I know down to the quarter of an hour exactly how many hours we've put on every project we've ever worked on. So then when a client comes in and they show us their new project, we look back in the past and we try and find 3 projects we've done in the past that we think are a little smaller than the one this client is presenting us with. We look for 3 projects we did in the past that we think are slightly larger than the project this client is presenting us with. We'll average those 2, then present the client these 2 averages and say, look, your project is somewhere between here and here. It's a range. And that's usually enough to get the budget process started on their side without going through all the work of a bottom-up estimate. And so what's critical to this, though, and is done almost nowhere, it's stunning, is we keep actuals. We keep the real actuals for every project we've ever worked on. It's amazing to me how many organizations I go into, they don't track time at all. If they do track time, they're actually asking their team, and I've heard this happen so often, they ask their team to lie about their actuals. If they work a 60-hour week, they look at them and say, don't write down 60, write down 40. And it's stunning that how many organizations do that. If you don't collect actuals, you can never predict the future.